Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss increasing and decreasing functions. So let's begin with the increasing function. Let us suppose fx is a function. Then we have 2 points in the given interval x1, x2. Suppose x1 is less than x2, and if we find the value for fx1 and fx2, we get fx1 is less than fx2. That means function is increasing function. If we use equal sign, that means function is increasing function. Correct? Next point, if x1 is only less than fx2, that means function is strictly increasing function. Okay. Second, if we talk about decreasing function, same as fx is a function, and suppose we take x1 and x2 are 2 points where x1 is less than x2. If we get fx1 is greater than and equal to fx2, then this condition is for decreasing functions. The function is decreasing function. Correct? If I am writing fx1 is greater than fx2, so that means function is strictly decreasing function. Okay. And now we have the condition how to check increasing and decreasing function. For check increasing and decreasing function, first we have find the derivative for any function and then check is the derivative is positive or negative on the given limit. Correct? Third point, how to check function is increasing or decreasing when only function is given. When only function is given and the limit is given. Correct? So first option we have, just select in the given limit 2 points x1 and x2 and then check fx1 is greater than fx2 or not. Okay. Then the second case, if fx is given to you, firstly find out f dash x and then check f dash x is greater than 0, that means positive, or less than 0, that means negative. If function is greater than 0, that means positive for the given limit, so that means function is increasing function. If f dash x is less than 0, that means function is decreasing function. Suppose if the limit is not given in the question and we have to find out the limit for which the function is increasing and decreasing. So firstly we have to follow the same step. Firstly we have to find out derivative of any function, then equate this derivative of function equal to 0, then find the value for x. Correct? And then check for which value f dash x is positive and negative. So let's start the NCERT exercise 6.2. Open your NCERT book and read question number first. first question, so that the function given by fx is 3x plus 17 is strictly increasing on R. 3x plus 17 function is given to you, 3x plus 17 is strictly increasing on R, so that means limit is given to you R, that means a real number. So we have a two option. Firstly, just select the two numbers within the limit R and then find the value fx1 and fx2. So it is compulsory that the selection x1 is less than x2. Correct? Suppose for any two real numbers, firstly we select 2 and 3. So it is clear that x1 is less than x2. Correct? And if you want to find out the value for fx1, we get 3 into 2 plus 17. That means 3 to the 6 plus 17. So we get 23 here. And if we get fx2, that means 3 into, in place of x we have to put 3 plus 17. That means 9 plus 17. We get 26. And as we observe, fx2 is greater than fx1 and this is a condition of a increasing function. Correct? So first option we have this. fx1 is less than fx2. This is a case for function is strictly increasing function. Next step, and these are the applicable for all the values of R if x1 is less than R2. According to second method, if we have function 3x plus 17, then firstly find out the derivative of the function, and the derivative of the function 3x we get 3 and remaining is 17. If f dash x is positive for any value R, so that means function is increasing function. Correct? So here we get f dash x is greater than 0. So that means function is increasing function. Next question. E to the power 2x and the interval is R. Show that the function is strictly increasing on R. And the second is so that the function fx equal to sin x. Third question, fx equals to sin x is strictly increasing on 0 to pi by 2, increasing on 0 to pi by 2 and decreasing and pi by 2 comma pi. Correct? And the fourth one, neither increasing nor decreasing in 0 to pi. 0 to pi. Correct. Okay. Same way, firstly we have to find out f dash x, that means derivative for e to the power 2x. Derivative for e to the power 2x we get 2 e to the power 2x again. And we know that for any value of r we get f dash x is greater than 0. You just have to put the value of r one by one in place of x, and whatever you get, these are in positive manner, that means we get a positive value for f dash x. That means function is increasing function. Correct? Now for the third, firstly find f dash x. We get cos x, derivative for sine is cos x. Now just check value for f dash x is positive or negative in the given interval. Firstly, we have to talk about 0 to pi by 2. As we know that for cos x, 0 to pi by 2, that means 0 to 90 degree, minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 1. So it is sure that f dash x is always greater than and equal to 0 for 0 to pi by 2 if I am using open bracket here. So we use only greater 0. Okay, that means we are talking about the limit between 0 and pi by 2. So we get f dash x is greater than 0, that means a positive value, hence function is increasing function. Correct. For second one, pi by 2 comma pi. So for pi by 2 and pi, if we find out the value between 90 and 180, what we get? So between 90 and 180, as we consider regularly, the value of cos is decreasing. Just check for 180 cos 180, what we get? For cos 180 we get 90 plus 90, and 90 plus theta is belong second quadrant, so we get minus sine 90. Correct. So minus values will become, because 90 to 180 thetas are converted into the range of the second quadrant, that means 90 plus theta, and we get for cos negative values. Correct. So f dash x is less than 0 for the limit pi by 2 and pi. So that means function is decreasing function, because ये जो थीटा है पाई बाई 2 90 एंड 180, ये रेंज है 90 प्लस थीटा, एंड 90 प्लस थीटा की रेंज सेकंड क्वाड्रेंट में लाई करती है ऑल कॉस 10 साइन, एंड दिस इज 90 प्लस थीटा. So all the values lie in 90 plus theta range, and the maximum range is 90 plus 90, that means complete 180. 90 plus 90, that means complete 180, and more than 90 we get 90 plus theta range. So that means all the values for cos will come in negative. Correct. Now come to the last interval. This is 0 to pi. For 0 to pi, firstly break 0 to pi in two intervals. First is 0 and pi by 2, because pi by 2 is live within 0 and pi, so we use close for pi by 2, and that is pi by 2 to pi. As we observe, for 0 to pi by 2 function is increasing function, that means the value for f dash x is greater than 0, and for pi by 2 to pi we get decreasing function, that means f dash x is less than 0. So we conclude function is neither increasing and nor decreasing with the limit 0 to pi. Correct. Now come to the next question, number 4. Find the interval in which the function f is given by 2x square minus 3x. Is first interval we have to find out for strictly increasing, and second for strictly decreasing. And the fifth one, find the interval in which the function f is given as fx is equals to 2x cube minus 3x square minus 36x plus 7. Is strictly increasing or strictly decreasing? We have to find out interval for that. So firstly, differentiate the given function. F dash x is dy by dx of 2x square minus 3x. We get 4x minus 3. Then equate this derivative equals to 0. We get 4x minus 3 equals to 0. That means x equals to, we get 3 by 4. Correct? Now draw a number line. And locate 3/4 in the number line. Suppose this point is 3/4, where the positive numbers will become. So that means at last we get infinitive, positive infinitive, and for left hand side we get minus infinity. Correct? And then check for greater than 3/4 value, what we get for f dash x, positive values or negative values. F dash x is 4x minus 3. If I am putting 3/4 here, we get negative value, correct? If I am putting more than 3/4 value, more than 3/4 value, that means something 0 point something. We get, if we divide 3/4, we get 0 point something. And if we put 1, 2, 3 and 4 so on, in f dash x we get positive value, correct? We get positive value in increasing order. That means for the interval 3/4 to positive infinity, we get f dash x is greater than 0. And similarly, if we are going in left hand side, we get for 3/4 to minus infinity, we get f dash x is less than 0. Correct? Strictly increasing. So for strictly increasing, this is the interval for strictly increasing. This is the case for strictly increasing, and this is the interval for strictly decreasing. Correct? Now come to the question number 5th. Firstly, find out f dash x. What we get? That means we have to differentiate the given function with respect to x. 6x square minus 6x minus 36. Firstly, 6 is taking common, we get x square minus x minus 6. Now, split the function x square minus x minus 6. We get x square minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. And by solving this, we get x minus 3 minus 2, taking common plus 2, we get x minus 3. So overall we get x plus 2, x minus 3 and 6. And compare this quantity equals to 0. What we get? We get x equals to minus 2 and x equals to 3. Then the next step, locate these points in a number line. Correct? Just draw the number line. Suppose this is x equals to minus 2 and this one is x equals to 3. And this tends to positive infinity and this tends to negative infinity. So we have three interval here. First is minus infinity to minus 2. Second one is minus 2 to 3. And third one is 3 to positive infinity. One by one we have to find out at which interval function is increasing and function is decreasing. So we have to check f dash x for given limit. Firstly, we have to check for minus infinity to minus 2. F dash x we get x plus 2 and x minus 3. If we are putting values in negative manner, that means suppose take minus 4 here. So minus 4 plus 2 minus 4 minus 3. By solving this we get minus, and by solving this we get again minus. Correct? If I am putting negative values here, because in this interval x is negative always, okay, and the minimum value is minus 2, and we have an interval minus infinity to minus 2. Correct? So if I am putting negative value in place of x, so we get minus for x plus 2 and minus for x minus 3 also. So that means overall minus into minus we get पॉजिटिव वैल्यू. करेक्ट. अगर हम यहाँ पर x की नेगेटिव वैल्यू पुट करते हैं एंड सेम अगर नेगेटिव वैल्यू यहाँ पर होगी वी गेट नेगेटिव इंटू नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव वैल्यू है. करेक्ट. बिकॉज द वैल्यू ऑफ x इज मोर देन 2, दैट मीन्स -3, -4, -5 एंड सो ऑन. So we separate two numbers, always observe the value of greater number. So we get negative sign here and also we get negative sign here. So overall we get positive value. So f dash x is greater than 0. And now come to the next point, -2 and 3. For -2 and minus 2 and 3, firstly the numbers between this is -1, 0, 1 and 2. Correct? So -1 is less than 2. Correct? Then we get positive sign here. If I am putting -1 here, so we get negative value. So positive negative we get negative. If I am putting 0 here, again 0 minus 3 we get negative value. If I am putting 1 here, again we get a negative. If I am putting 2 here, again we get a negative. Correct? So whatever value we put in between -2 and 3, so we get positive into negative, negative. That means f dash x is less than 0 we get. For the third interval 3 to infinity. 3 to infinity, that means all numbers are positive and greater than 3. Correct? So this is greater than 3. So it is clear that we get positive value for x minus 3. Same, x is positive. So there is no change of sign for x plus 2. So we get a positive. So positive multiply positive, we get positive. That means we get f dash x is greater than 0. Correct? So for increasing we have two interval, minus infinity and -2 and 3 infinity. Minus infinity, -2 and 3 and infinity. This is interval for strictly increasing function, and the -2 and 3 is interval for strictly decreasing. Six, find the interval in which the following function are strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. So first is x square plus 2x minus 5. Second is 10 minus 6x minus 2x square. And third one is minus 2x cube minus 9x square minus 12x plus 1. Fourth one is 6 minus 9x minus x square. And fifth one is x plus 1 whole cube and x minus 3 whole cube. Okay. We have to find out interval for increasing and decreasing. First we have x square plus 2x minus 5. So firstly we have to find out f dash x. For f dash x we get 2x plus 2 here. Now compare this f dash x is equals to 0. By solving this we get x equals to -1. Correct? Now draw a number line. -1, this is negative infinity and this one is positive infinity. And then check value for f dash x is positive or negative for the given limits. So if we are talking about -1 to infinity, that means 0 to infinity number, all numbers are positive. So we get 2x. For 2x plus 2 value is always positive. Correct? So for this we get f dash x is greater than 0, and for this the value is less than -1. That means we have started from -2. So 2 into -2 we get -4, and by solving this we get negative number. So obviously as we move in continuously left hand side we get negative values for all f dash x. Correct? So minus infinity to -1 is the interval for strictly decreasing function, and -1 to infinity is the interval for strictly increasing function. Correct? Now come to the next part of this question. Firstly, 10 minus 6x minus 2x square. Find out f dash x. We get minus 6 minus 2 to the 4 x. This taking minus sign common, we get 6 minus 6 plus 4x. Correct? Then equate this equals to 0. We get x equals to minus 6 by 4. That means x equals to minus 3 by 2. Just draw a number line. Suppose this is minus 3 by 2 and this one is positive infinitive and this one is negative infinitive. Then check the values for f dash x between minus 3 by 2 and infinitive is positive or negative. So minus 3 by 2 is approx minus 1.5. So we have to take the numbers greater than 1.5. That means by 2, 3, 4 and so on. So this one is okay. This one is negative sign. And for greater values minus 3 by 2 to infinitive, we get again positive values for 6 plus 4x. Correct? So overall we get negative values for 6 plus 4x. So that means this is the interval for strictly decreasing and this is the interval for strictly increasing, because already one sign is here negative and one negative is getting by solving 6 plus 4x. Correct? So for all x is greater than minus 3 by 2, we get f dash x is less than 0. For all x value is less than minus 3 by 2, we get f dash x is greater than 0. Minus 2x cube minus 9x square minus 12x plus 1. Firstly, find out f dash x. We get minus 6x square minus 18x minus 12. And then equate this equals to 0. We get 6x square minus 18x minus 12 equals to 0. Just taking common 6. Minus 6 we get x square plus 3x plus 2 equals to 0. So that means as a factor we get x square plus 2x plus x plus 2, x plus 2 plus 1, x plus 2. We get factor x plus 1 and x plus 2 equals to 0. By solving this we get x equals to minus 1 and x equals to minus 2. Correct? Now draw a number line. Suppose this is a number line. Here this is a value for minus 1 and this point is located minus 2. So let's check one by one what we get. F dash x is in negative, correct? So values depend just totally upon x square plus 3x plus 2. For less value of 2, that means just take minus 3 here. For minus 3 we get 9 and plus 6 and 2. So we get positive value. Correct? Positive, negative, we get negative. So for these two we get negative value. That means the function is decreasing. And for minus 2 and minus 1. And for this again we get f dash is less than 0. And for this we get f dash is greater than 0. So that means these two interval are for decreasing function and this is an interval, that means x is greater than minus 1 or minus 1 to infinity.